What's up guys, Tevin here back with another episode of Let's Play Nefarious. In the last episode, we took on the deep depths. Yep, that is the last video. Yeah, okay, sorry, my bad. I was looking at my notes and it was like, did it really do that? I don't remember doing that, but yeah, that was right. So in the last episode, not only did we take on the deep depths with Princess Aphrodite and made a lot of money, not just some, we made a lot of money. We also took a look at the the Villain Museum. How could I be so confused? And managed to get all that stuff 100%. Also, at the end of the last one, I actually went back to grind a bit. So now you can see my money counter is a lot higher than what it was at the end of the last video. Just so I can go ahead and start buying the rest of the upgrades, so I didn't have to show you guys a bunch of me stuff just grinding. So today's episode, we're going to take on Adept Co Labs in the Human Kingdom and try to kidnap this artificial princess that they're making. I was kind of surprised to see our dungeon actually have a prisoner in it for once. And Mayapple of all princesses. Is she not your best friend? Not counting you. I am not your friend. I am your secretary. Let's get on with this. Last princess on our agenda, and we can wrap up business. Experimental Princess Faraday is kept in a cage. It seems that even royalty cannot outrun the glorious march of commercialism. She is being composed of all the intangible concepts that describe the perfect princess. A grotesque mockery of science, religion, and sentient life everywhere. I adore it. This is one of the last stops, boss. Once we have Day, we can proceed to the final step in your master plan. Alright, so before we actually get on with that one, we're going to take a little stop up here at the shop and upgrade a bit. So first thing, let's get the last health upgrade. I am going to purchase let's get some arm abilities. Explosive Punch, Rocket Punch, Multi-Punch, Sticky Grenades, and no, this is buy everything else. I don't know why I was debating on what I should buy. I can literally buy everything. I'm going to switch to my Gyro Missile because I love those ones the most. And for the punching abilities, you can actually stack them up. So I want to have the Explosive Punch along with the Rocket Punch. Just stack these two abilities together so we can get just an all better round, better move. So crap, did not want to do that again. Quit. So now our punches have a lot more further reach. Our health bar is maxed out. We are now the best crow that we can possibly be. So without further ado, let's get in there and ransack this place. And of course, right off the bat, we already got the cop is after us. Nope. Out the way. I cannot hit a single one of these guys. And there. Oh, I missed. But you know what? Enough's gone out the way so I can actually see what I'm doing. Nope. There we go. Alright, so now that we're in here, there's going to be a bunch of these terminals throughout the whole building where you can actually take a look and get some more insight about the story. So without further ado, I'm no scientist, but being rich has perks, I guess. I've always been able to see the big picture. I can see where this world is headed. Death, pain, sorrow. Alright. Oh. And this is going to take some tricky platforming. There we go. As well as just avoiding the overall nuisances that is the police. Crap. Oh my god. I literally caught myself and then just fell. Alright, let's try that again. And it's bad thing about the gyro missiles, it does have a decent amount of knockback. So I do want to watch out for that. I don't even know why I'm collecting money anymore. I'm fully maxed out, so there's no reason for me to get money. Hence why I'm not going back for that. Go away. Alright, no. Alright, what's this one say? And then I sat down with the smartest person on the planet. I saw the inherent value of Dr. Cackle's endgame. So I invested some of my fortune into Adept Co Labs. So altogether, these terminals are going to paste together a story, and I'm not going to really like spoil what it is, but it will come together relatively quickly and will lead us to multiple different endings of how this game can play out depending on what you do at this stage. And once we get to that point, I will let you know in case like you want to go for the true ending of this game, or if you just want to be the all-around bad guy that you know Crow is and just go all at it. And I just ignored that completely. Alright, so what you want to do is use these platforms like someone who actually does not want to get hit and killed to avoid the lasers. So you can actually make it through this section over here and just traverse through the level. Oh. So just like this. Nope. There we go. What's this one say? Dr. Cackle used to menace Insectica as a villain, but he was far too pragmatic to resist the urge to go legitimate for the right price. Funny thing about villains, a lot of them actually do want to make the world a better place. Sometimes, if you cut them a check, they actually will. Alright, so whoever this person is, they have a valid interest in trying to make the world a better place and using villains to actually get that end goal. I don't know why I did that. That was completely foolish. Because what you really want to do is just platform against it to make your way down here to the other side. Alright, so Princess Faraday. Is it too late to turn back? I think I'm beginning to hate myself, but this is too important to stop. Now there's a bit of hesitation in the dialogue that we have. Terminals. And just completely just make sure we're being careful on this section of the little platforming. And wait for just the right moment. And just making sure you're actually taking precaution and everything. Alright, so he told me that it would work perfectly, but they came out wrong. I don't know what to do with them. They are not the perfect princess that this project set out to create. Alright. Oh no. Oh wait, please. There we go. Oh. Alright, so get my bearings. There we go. I still want to be on the lookout for records and vinyl albums just because I like having those things. And, okay, good. I landed in the right spot. Just take out these nasty customers over here. Oh. There we go. Alright. More failures. This doesn't feel right anymore. I had the best intentions. And sometimes you might have the best intentions, but even still, things can go horribly wrong if nothing right is actually like taken into place to do it. I told Dr. Cackle to shut it down. I was going to close the doors for good on this place. He went behind my back and did one more experiment before I could do anything about it. I should have expected that from an ex-villain. Alright, so we turned on the person in the dialogue and continued on with this project despite their hesitations. Alright, so this part right here, you really want to use the bigger objects to rotate to get yourself higher. But if you can use the small one, more power to you. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad I landed on this one. But, nope. There we go. Okay, that's the first crown, so I didn't miss anything yet. Let's hop on this one. And here. Oh, guys, darn it. This is about how I expected this to turn out, honestly. Because I'm terrible at platformers. Okay. Like honestly, this is just getting flat out irritating. I just really want to make it to that platform over there, so I could actually like better catch myself coming upwards. Literally all of that was for nothing. I just fell right back down here again. Alright, so stop at the rest point, get myself together, and actually get on the bigger platform. Do the same thing. Wait for the bigger one. Hit this checkpoint. Alright, but this one was perfect. She was everything I had asked for. A princess of pure energy. Alright, so hop on this big planet. Let's hop down to purple. There we go. And hop over to the far right. And get a healthy bit of change over here. And now you just go back down. Alright. So moving forward. Oh! Got in the face. Almost hit you with that one. There we go. She's fierce, dedicated, and smart. She acts just like a human. We are closely monitoring her behavior. As she grows more powerful, she will transform. She can unite the world. Oh, there we go. Actually doing good for once. It's a shocker. Let's see how long this could last. Nope. Alright, in this one, you just want to platform over the top. Oh, I didn't realize I was that low on health. I'm a fair bit away. Actually, no, not that far away. Just really got a platform bet. Nope. Alright. I don't think I have to get the crown again. That should just stay in my possession, if I'm correct. If I'm remembering right, at least. Yeah, it does. I don't care about... I say I don't care about the money, but I still went for it. Okay. Let's wait for an air current to get over there. And then just hop on up. There we go. Alright, the record's down there. We'll be able to get to that in just a second. Someone has come to rescue me? Kidnap. A hero in purple armor. Villain. To escort me to the heroic headquarters. Nefarious lair. Please get me out of here. Oh yeah, one more thing. Let's cause as much chaos as we can on the way out. Alright, so that's all she needed to say. So with Faraday, we get unlimited energy. So that means you don't really need to hold back. You also move a little faster and you jump a little higher. So overall, you're just a lot better at your job. It doesn't mean you have unlimited health, though. That still applies. So, sorry. So at this point right here, this is where you can choose to get the good ending or the bad ending, I believe. So if you actually come down here and fall down to the very bottom, this is where the music changes and where things really start to take a turn. What do you do with the others? They are energy, given solid mass. They seem happy, but they look wrong. Should we fix them? I don't know what the ethical thing to do here is. It's better to exist than to never exist, right? They aren't in pain. I've redirected a lot of resources towards fixing this problem. It's my responsibility. I have to fix it. I have to make it right. I visit them often. Except I couldn't a week ago. They got very angry about that. I tried to explain it wasn't my fault. I was being kidnapped that week. Alright, so whoever this was is being kidnapped. Becky was kind enough to schedule our next kidnapping in advance. This will be my last entry for a while. Yours truly, Princess Cherry Mayapple. End log. Mayapple created Adept Co? And she knew about you? Nice lady, but she said we couldn't leave. So the plot thickens as we move forward. Oh, what's over here? Maybe we should turn back. This is it. Princess? We should go. I can't believe this. This is awesome! I always wanted sisters. I went from having no family to a big one and being rescued. Talk about a lucky break. What a glorious day to be alive. Let's break them out, please. Alright, so let's go ahead and break them loose. Hey, my name is Foon. Nice to meet you. Hey, is there? I am's called Two. Glad to be out of tube. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I utilize the moniker Free in order to distinguish myself from my sisters. I am ever grateful to be free from the glass enclosure. We're a family. Alright, so now that we got all four of them, we can start to make our way out of here. And as we come up here, now we can get the record that we saw beforehand, as well as earn some more loot. The song Academia has been added to your jukebox. As I understand it, Dr. Cackle plays the theorem. I think it's a rather underrated instrument myself. Alright, so now that we did all of that serious stuff, the music goes back to normal. We still have unlimited energy, but now we're followed by all four of the experimental princesses instead of just one. So with that, now we're actually going to make our way out. And moving forward, the story is going to progress differently compared to if you did not fall down that ledge down there to actually rescue these other three to see the true ending of the story. But I'm still going to show off both just so you can know like how things could have ended if you did not do that. Oh. Okay. Ooh boy. Of course, we want to be careful. Want to look where I'm going. Want to shoot the heck out of everything that moves. Unlimited power. Nope. Also have to keep in mind these metal balls everywhere does get in the way of your missiles or grenades, depending on what you're using. So you're gonna have to like aim around them. Oh. Not bad. Well, once this is all over, we're going to have like a serious discussion with Mayapple about what Adept Co was really trying to do and why she had an ex-villain make an artificial princess. Oh. Okay. There we go. I don't know why I did that. That whole section was pretty safe anyway, so I was fine. Thankfully, I didn't die that much in the bottomless pits like I thought I was going to. At least not originally. Oh. Okay. So, you know what? Just tank the hit if you really want to, but otherwise, like we did in the first video, just stand on their heads in order to get, or to walk over the spikes. But with that, that's this area now 100%. Best rescue ever. Kidnapping. And if you're so pressed for money, there's still a bunch of chests in here that you can get to really rack up your score. But if you just keep replaying like past levels, you can rack up a lot of money. Because it's not honestly that hard to get money in this game. Oh. Make sure no one is left alive or functioning. Crow, I am here for Mayapple. You weren't here to rescue Faraday? Farah who? Enough with your games. Didn't you break up with Mayapple? I wish to apologize for the manner in which... Blah, blah, blah. I don't care, Buttercup. This time our battle will be different. I have momentum on my side. Not even you can stop me now. Time to bring back the status quo with a solid beating. That jerk! Let's kick his blue butt. Alright, so now we're gonna get a real showdown with Mac, old boy. Hey, this old thing. It's one of my first inventions. I thought it was destroyed. Adept Co must have salvaged it. Those hacks. Does it work? One way to find out. Oh man, someone changed all the buttons around. Stupid lefties. Alright, so with that, we're recycling one of our old machines to take on Mac and get the true boss fight that we deserved in our first outing. But now that we have momentum on our side, let's see if he can actually keep up with the new and improved Crow. So what you want to do is block his energy slashes with your cannon so it charges up, you want to block it with a barrier so it charges up his cannon so he can shoot out one mighty blast at Mac to drain his health bar. Overall, it's a pretty easy fight, nothing too difficult about it. Sometimes I can get through it without taking a hit, but other times, you know, things happen, so... Just watch where he's swinging. He telegraphs his attacks pretty easily. And it's just keeping the beam on him while it's shooting out is the key to actually, like, taking him out. Some beams will go over your head, and that's fine. Just let it go, because your thing can only go about so high. Like that one. And like that, he's literally, like, almost done right now. And the whole background that's playing is just the rest of the human city that you can actually see. So I think one more good little charge, and yep, that's the end of Mac. And just like that, that is the end of the Adept Co building. Level complete. We collected everything. Only 2 respawns. Took us 22 minutes. Letter grade A. So far, I'm actually doing pretty good with the grading on this. I went back into Sokuji again and got the A rating after I figured out how to do the grenade jump properly. Hi, pretty lady. I'm Faraday. You are immediately my least favorite. I like you. You're funny. Boss. Alright, everyone in this room not composed of intangible concepts can stay. Everyone else needs to leave. You said Miss Mayapple was here. I'm gonna go talk to Miss Maple. A shrill resonance falls over my now withered ears. Oh, don't be so dramatic. And what's with the kidnapping more than one? As if one wasn't enough. I found extra Faradays. How delightfully horrifying. Turns out Mayapple funded Adept Co. Technically, she commissioned all this. How uncharacteristically villainous. Something about this doesn't add up. If you want to see her, you might want to check the brig. We have a bit of a situation down there. It never ends. Alright, so now that we got them in store, let's actually go down and give Mayapple a talk and actually talk to Mayapple, because we have a lot of stuff we need to talk about. Let's cash on that one. I'll switch this back. Just want to cash in that record that we got earlier, just knock it out the way so it's not yelling once. And now she's out of her cell. What are you numbskulls doing? Why is Mayapple out of her cell? Why is my brig pink? It was just so gloomy down here. Pink is a pretty color, boss. It's a lovely color, but that's not the point. This is a brig. It's supposed to be gloomy and depressing. I designed it to crush the hopes and dreams of our prisoners into a malleable paste that I can spread over my toast. Literally? Like, it is one of the most intangible concepts given physical form kind of thing. If not, I wouldn't be putting any kind of paste our prisoners emit onto your food. It does not sound sanitary. That's it. I'm dropping you all into the ocean. Scatter! We have to file off our serial numbers. Alright. Don't be such a sourpuss. They were just trying to make me feel better. You might want to know, I found your little experiments. And here you've been giving me a hard time about being a villain. All the while you were running unethical experiments behind everyone's back. Have to say, I'm super impressed. You weren't the only one willing to do anything to achieve victory. But what Adept Co became wasn't anything like I wanted it to be. Dr. Cackle lied to me. He took it too far. Crow, if you help me put him out of commission, I'll consider us squared. Square, huh? No more pouting at me? Even Stevens. If we have time. Secret stage added, Dr. Cackle's lab. Alright, and with that now, I kind of misspoke earlier, but if you actually go to that secret level now and complete it, you can now get the choice between the good or bad ending compared to what you want to do, whether or not if you just skip it and just continue on with the story. But that is going to be it for today's video. If you guys liked the video, give it a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff I normally say at the end of these videos. And I'll see you guys in the next episode of Let's Play Nefarious while we take on the secret lab and try to put an end to Adept Co with Mayapple. So I'll see you guys in the next video.